We don't have to have it on.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. All right, we tried.
You don't want to simulate like a stampede of dinosaurs?
Not today.
Oh.
Maybe when Jurassic World 2 comes out.
Dibs.
I got my dinosaur puppet from the back.
Oh, I'm so ready for that movie. Mostly because,
Yeah, the hamster ball comes back, man.
You know, that's not going to be that's not upsetting as other issues that movie will probably bring up.
Absolutely.
Oh, so
anyway, so
ready.
Let's not talk about that movie. Let's talk about this movie.
We didn't even get a trailer for that one.
No, well, I'd be shocked if we got a trailer for Jurassic World 2 in this one, but we saw Game Night. I loved it. I'm not gonna lie, I had a lot of fun.
It was a really fun B movie for me.
Yeah, and that's okay.
And like
that's totally okay.
That's what it was going for, and I understood exactly what it was.
It's the best dumb comedy I've seen in a really long time.
It's like, it's so, there's a word I'm looking for. I'm sorry. I've been up since 4 a.m.
Basically, this is one of those movies that
it is funnier than it deserves to be.
Yeah, I would agree that. This movie only works because it has good actors in it. That's really the only reason this works.
Oh my god.
Because the acting is fucking fantastic in this movie. Everyone sells it so well. To a degree, like, these were jokes I would not laugh at if it was done by anyone else in this exact scenario.
I just like,
but like not
that guy in front of us though.
Oh my god, he had the best fucking laugh. I usually don't like people that are loud in theater, but you know what? This guy had the best fucking laugh, and he was making me laugh.
Fucking hearty.
He was an appreciative laugh.
Yeah. But anyways, so let's see. It's Game Night, and there was like 2.5 M. Night Shyamalan twists.
Which I kind of knew was going to happen in this kind of movie.
Oh, no, absolutely. The moment you saw poor Gary.
Oh my god, Gary. Can we talk about Gary for a minute?
Absolutely, after we go through the movie really fast.
All right. No, because Gary's like one of the first characters you meet in this movie.
Well, yeah, but there's the whole exposition of how they met.
Oh, yeah, with Jason Bateman and Rachel McAdams.
Yeah.
Both are great.
Fucking adorable.
Oh yeah, no, I've liked Rachel McAdams.
I have no idea what else she's done.
She did Spotlight. Spotlight was a movie that had Michael Keaton and Mark Ruffalo. That was about the go watch this on Netflix. It's a really good movie. And like, it's one of those things. She's one of those actors like I've liked but never really loved because she's always been in kind of shitty movies. She was in The Notebook.
Oh, that's where I know her from.
Yeah, which is not a great start. Introduction to Rachel McAdams, but I'm glad she's finally like starting to be in movies that I actually like and are actually surprisingly critically regarded. This is like 80% of Rotten Tomato. I
mean,
it's funny. It's like it's some jokes are misses, of course, but like there are a surprising amount of really good hits, and
I'm actually really sad that they didn't complete the circle of threes for the glass table joke.
At the same time, I feel like they kind of done everything they could with that joke. Really,
all they had to do was like actually break a table, but then it would have been like wood, and be like, okay, well at least this table is acting like normal. Anyway, point is,
maybe that was in the end credits. I don't know.
No, it wasn't. But yeah, no, so let's see. So it's Jason Bateman, and he meets his wife,
Rachel McAdams. They're both
at bar trivia, and that's how they meet.
They're both insanely competitive people, and they basically try to dominate
every sort of
game
night, bar trivia, charades.
Which is like, those
Pac-Man,
those are the kind of people that are perfect for each other.
They're just like they're the kind of people that are gonna push each other at the most trivial of competitions.
Yeah,
like. And they're struggling with years later they have a very established like game night within their community of friends, and then we meet Gary.
Oh my god, Gary.
And
so they're having trouble conceiving, which leads to issues involving her brother.
So we have to go through all of it. So they want to conceive a child, obviously.
I don't want to give too much away because again I do kind of want people to go see this.
Yeah, it's his fault is the short version.
Yeah,
And then he's got sibling rivalry, inferiority complex with his sibling.
hardcore. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know the actor's name who plays his brother, but he was really charming.
Kyle Chandler.
Oh, okay.
I only remember that because I saw it during that whole ending
that
sequence,
relieves a spoiler,
which I think is so worth it to see this movie just for that. That was a fucking fantastic ending sequence.
It was pretty damn good.
But we'll get to that. So anyway, they have their weekly game night, and then there's fucking Gary.
Fucking Gary apparently was like the husband of one of the original
one of their friends, and they like Debbie, and then they got divorced, and there's sort of like a falling out between friends, but he's still the neighbor, and it's sort of like they got the wrong person to keep the house, I guess.
Basically, imagine you have this really fun and quirky movie, and then all of a sudden, a character from a serial killer movie moves in next to you.
Has always been there. Has always been your neighbor.
Has always been there. And
then he got divorced, so now you don't actually have any obligation to hang out with him.
And he's the creepiest motherfucker, and I really want this guy to be in a horror movie now. But he doesn't even have to be saying much. He just stands there and just fucking stares at you with his goddamn white dog that he always has in his hands. Just petting it ever so lovingly, like a fucking Bond villain. And he goes I've always enjoyed tests of skill and endurance.
Oh, and luck.
That's what I said. Yeah. And there's a point where there's okay. They get back in the car, what? I thought you said something.
No. But no, he's
creepy.
He's that one neighbor that you talk to, not by choice.
No, he's one of those characters that if you woke up one day and he was on the news, you're not surprised.
And it's not really, actually, as the movie went through until that one bit, I actually did feel for him. This is a man who lost his, got divorced in a marriage and still idolizes his wife to a very extreme degree.
Yeah. Which led to a great sequence.
And then loses the game night that he cherishes with his friendship, and then also gets shot for real.
Well, spoiler.
Is it? I mean, if you saw the trailer, someone was definitely getting shot.
True. All right. Well, I guess now is a good time to get into spoilers. All right,
no, we can still not really spoil it. Anyway, so I do recommend this movie. I found it a little bit too silly for my taste.
I was behind it. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of embraced the silliness.
I was sort of turned off by a certain element, and I'm too tired to explain what it is right now, but I'll come screaming into your room later, or I'll just put it into comments myself.
Why don't you just describe it now?
I can't. I'm so tired.
I mean, it does have that crappy comedy vibe to it.
It definitely has it's like a bad SNL skit.
I can see that. I can totally see that.
A lot of the jokes almost feel forced.
Okay, there you
forced.
Go. Well, it's but at the same time, and any other circumstance, I would agree with you.
But I completely understood walking into this movie, watching the trailer, that this was a B movie. So I was okay, fine.
But again, if anyone else was in this fucking role, if any other a series of actors are in these roles, I would 100% agree with you. But it's because it's these actors, and they are working their ass off to sell this. And you know what? They fucking pull it off. I 100% believed in these characters. Even I
think the writing really helped out too.
Their
writing,
imagine you cast, for example, what was one of the 3 horrible actors we got in one of these trailers?
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock in this movie, sure.
That's rude. That's rude.
Actually, no. I don't hate Sandra Bullock.
I don't hate Sandra Bullock. I'm just never impressed with her. You know what I mean?
Fuck, what's her name?
Amy Schumer.
Her too, but the other one.
Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus.
She was mentioned in that trailer.
Not Miley Cyrus. The one that was about oh my god, I hate this actress, and I know I'm blanking on her name. Tammy. She was in The Boss. Larger woman played Mike Spencer in SNL. None of that's doing for you.
Nothing. Not at this hour.
Okay, it's gonna bug me now. Hold on.
Anyway, I'm just gonna talk about the movie.
You go ahead. I'm gonna look it up.
So anyway, so after the exposition, the brothers.
Melissa McCarthy. Large woman, curly hair.
I'll look it up. Anyway, so after the exposition, there's a game night involving Brooks's brother, where he's just like, hey, you know what? We'll just do this at my place, and he hires an actual like.
This person. Oh. She was in the trailer after the Amy Schumer movie.
Oh, with the
Go Back to College.
Yeah.
That actress. Okay. Imagine you had her in this movie instead of like Rachel McAdams, something like that. You would have gotten an entirely different movie.
That's completely true. Anyway, so they do an actual game. They do a game night, and the brother, who just giving out the douchiest
vibes with Gary in the background.
No, Gary seems like a fucking saint in comparison.
He fucking doesn't.
No,
he disappears.
Gary is just a scorned man, and they're just unattentive. Okay, I'm on Gary's side.
I'm not, man. That guy was getting some serial killer vibes.
No. I was on Gary's side. We'll talk about that in a bit.
Because the part, the brother shows up and it's like, she's not in front of Gary because everyone has to sneak in so they don't know they're having game night, so Gary doesn't find out.
Yeah.
Until it's like, hey, aren't you guys having a game night? It's like, shut the fuck up, we don't want Gary to know. And he looks at the doorway, there's nobody there. He turns back, he's just fucking standing there with the dog, not even saying anything, just watching like, hello. He's so fucking creepy. I really want to see this guy in a horror movie now.
I think it was Jesse Plemons.
Was he in a horror movie? I want to see him as the villain in something.
Okay, well, I definitely know he's in an episode of House, but anyway.
That doesn't count.
He died. Anyway,
Spoiler for that episode now.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, it was parasites in the water he was drinking. Their actual spoiler.
Dick.
So anyway, the brother hires an actual, escape room kind of companies to help do this murder mystery, but then actual people from like a drug cartel or something like kidnap him, and then they're like, oh my god, we're like ignorant suburban people.
Yeah, and like
this is so real, guys.
Again, but it's because these actors are having so much fun doing it.
Yeah,
like even like Dummy McGee, I don't know his name, but the one who like brings a new date to the game night every night, he had some funny lines in there. Like my favorite was like, what, like someone using a voice changer, and he just goes like, why does his voice sound like it sounds like a monster? It's like he's using a voice changer. He still sounds like a monster. No, he sounds earnestly hurt.
No, and then did you see at the ending sequence?
Oh, what happened there?
There's
the voice box on one of the
it actually said monster.
Yeah, I caught that too.
Which is a great way to wrap up that joke. I'm so glad they do a lot of great jokes and then a lot of like callbacks to jokes, but yeah. I think that's the one successful thing that they do is that they don't like grind a joke to death.
Yeah, which I appreciate. If you cast like Will Ferrell or Melissa McCarthy or Amy Schumer, they would have grinded these jokes in the ground. But they're like, nope, they're in and they're out, and it's very competently made. This movie, I'm surprised by how competently made this is.
I will admit there was we'll talk about it later. Or are we doing spoilers?
Might as well. We've already given our general thoughts.
There's exactly one scene that I was super impressed with the camera work, and that was...
Oh, was that the egg scene?
The what's it called? The
hot potato scene, pretty much?
I guess it's like a keep away. Keep away.
Yeah, because it was basically like one long
tracking shot, and it's so impressive. It was sort of like that scene from Birdman that's all done in one shot.
Yeah.
And I thought about that. I'm like, wow, this is a really hard shot to do in one take. They must have fucked this up at least twice.
I mean, there was probably some like CGI cuts and stuff in there, but you have to look hard to find it.
Okay, I'm just pointing out there is no way that at least one of them caught the egg on the first try.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you can tell the egg is CGI'd, especially if it starts rolling off the bound. You're like, okay, that's CGI.
Yeah, that's completely CGI. Well, that's for dramatic effect, Mike.
Yeah, it's like I'm having fun. I'll let it go. It didn't really take me out of the movie.
But from a technical standpoint, that's a really impressive shot.
Oh, I completely agree.
And I think that was really cool. It was a really cool shot. Also, it's true, rich people do have underground fight clubs.
Which,
out of context.
All right, so
but anyway, so the actual kidnappers grab the brother, and then they go on what they think is still the game until they. The main couple with Jason Bateman.
Basically until Jason Bateman gets shot.
Yeah, in the arm for real. By his wife. He touches and he's like, blood!
Which that joke's in the trailer.
My blood!
Like, you shot me. I'm so because at this point they think it's all a game, so they find out where he's been taken, and then Rachel McAdams starts quoting Pulp Fiction, which is great. And then it's just confusing the fuck out of the kidnappers. Like, all right, hands on your head. Like, how can we put our hands up for her heads are on the floor? It's like, child pose. Anyone know child pose? Everyone looks really confused. Honey, hold the gun.
He's holding it wrong. Don't make me use this. They think it's like a squirt gun or something.
Yeah, and then again.
Also, there was exactly one thing that triggered me was when the game kidnappers showed up in fucking clown mask.
Oh, yeah.
That was so upsetting. I was like, oh my fucking god. It's always fucking clowns.
But long story short, turns out that the brother was kidnapped because he apparently had a Fabergé egg that was supposed to be sold to one guy, but sold to another guy instead.
Which had a list of people who are in witness protection.
Yeah,
and then
that did lead to the funniest, like the part that literally, like I haven't gasped in a movie in a long time, and this moment got me.
Oh
no, let me set it up. So we go through this I don't know 7-minute long keep away sequence of everyone trying to keep this damn egg away from somebody. After a funny scene when the dumb one finds the egg, grabs it, and I was like,
gets caught,
and he goes, wait, everyone's like, what for?
And then just drops his champagne glass and just
books it.
Cheeses it out of there.
So we go through all that sequence, like, okay, we're going to go on this sequence. And then they're back in the minivan, and they're all talking, they're all kind of catching everything. And then all of a sudden, they realize they missed the turn.
Yeah, they missed the turn.
So they stomp on the brake, and they let go of the egg, and the egg splats on there. And I was like, it caught me off guard. And I should have seen that coming. It was like,
what caught me
shit.
What caught me off guard was I actually snorted really loud because I just started laughing so hard.
Like, not compared to the guy who was dead center in the front of the theater.
That guy.
Who, in the scene,
I will never enjoy this movie as much as that guy.
No, but he kind of enhanced the experience because, it's in the trailer. The scene when Richard McAdams was trying to pull the bullet out, he was laughing so hard.
I couldn't hear what they were saying.
I could not hear what they were saying. I was laughing that he was laughing.
I was just like, what the fuck are they saying? I need subtitles now.
It's like when someone's telling a joke, but they're laughing so hard at the joke, you can't get through the joke, but you start laughing because how much they're laughing at their own joke. That's kind of what it was like. It was a bonding experience. I felt closer to that man.
I was somewhat annoyed.
I wasn't. I was like...
we have very different experiences about this man. But I just acknowledge I will never enjoy this movie as much as he did.
Keep in mind, from my perspective, I did theater. You appreciate hearty laughers in theater.
Fine.
Because in theater, we hate movie theater laughers.
Oh, right?
Yeah, that's right. Because, when you're in theater doing big things, you want a big reaction. So when you're like... kind of like, fuckers, come and give more than that.
I see.
So, my brain is programmed to appreciate that kind of thing.
Sure, fine. I'll let you... Sure.
Okay. Don't patronize.
I was surprised when Dexter showed up.
I was screaming.
Michael C. Hall.
It's good to see him again. I haven't seen him in a long time. Yeah.
He lost a lot of weight.
And it's good to see him play a bad guy again, because he does play a great bad guy.
He's... I love his one line. It's like, no, we're not going to wait for you to shit out the witness.
We're not going to look through your poop. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Now stand still like
cut up in your stomach. Like, that's better. It's all like stomach acid. He doesn't even have like sterilized gloves. Like, what a hypocrite.
Blood's
cool, but poop, no way. Although, I actually agree with that to an extent.
One thing I did appreciate about this movie, and I think the reason why I liked it, is because it is a dumb script, and it's a dumb it's definitely would have been a dumb movie if anyone else worked on it. But again, it's comes to the fact that the actors are playing characters, and not just like, look at me, I'm being funny, which is what I hate with so many modern day comedic actors. Like, again, Will Ferrell, Melissa McCarthy, Amy Schumer. They're not playing characters. They're going, yuck, yuck, look at me, I'm being funny. Wah, wah. Waka, waka. You know, and that's all they do. You can see that smug self-awareness the entire time they're on screen. But you don't get that here. These feel like real people in this incredibly fucked up situation. And you buy it. You buy it surprisingly well. Everyone kind of sells it. Like, even like Dexter, Michael C. Hall, he's only in it for a bit, but he sells the shit out of what he's in. Because he's like the only one playing it straight.
I mean, he's the only one that has to play it straight.
But he's still really funny.
That's true.
Because even like lines in there like, because basically they find this list in the Fabergé Hague, and it turns out
it's a witness protection.
It's a witness protection list. And after the first big twist in the movie, where it turns out Gary was the one that engineered everything.
The first kidnapping. Yeah.
The first kidnapping. Then Michael C. Hall just comes up and shoots Gary
in the back,
and just basically has some great one-liners, like, because Jason Bateman's like, okay, we'll give you the list, just let us go. It's like, all right, deal. So he reaches for the list, and then his fucking brothers goes like, no, man, they're gonna kill us if we eat that. So he just, if he takes that. So he grabs it and just fucking eats it. And Michael C. Hall just goes, what the fuck is wrong with you? And again,
I'm just trying to buy some time. No, now you're just gonna
cut you open,
and now we're just gonna cut your stomach open while we take you on the plane. Like, this is a huge time waster now.
It feels like Gary and Michael C. Hall just came from two entirely different movies with a bunch of jackasses who fucked everything up.
It definitely does feel like a movie and a half was sort of like stuffed in. You know what I mean?
I can see that. Again, it worked better than it had any right to.
I definitely feel like the plot where it's Brooks and his murder mystery, and then there was the whole other actual murder mystery by Gary, and that's fine. That's like a fine like movie, you know, because like there's a moral there, like, don't exclude people.
Never exclude.
No. Like, there's a moral and a story in there, and it's just like, don't exclude people. Like, I can be fun too, right? And it's just, and there would have been a whole thing, like, because like
what if Chevy Chase from Community was a serial killer?
Holy Jesus! But then I also felt like yeah, like we have to resolve the thing with Brooks. You know,
yeah,
and that, and I understood that, but it did sort of like, it felt like the last act of a completely different movie.
But at the same time, again, it kind of worked, because at this point I was really invested in these characters, and I just wanted to see where it was going. And there's still some good one-liners in there too. Like, it's like, you're not Liam Neeson, that hurts my feelings.
I'm sorry.
Because you got these, again, it just works because the actors are good. It works because they're really trying hard. It works because they're not phoning it in. It works because it's shot really well. It works because it has good people making something out of a shitty script.
It's definitely shot really well. Like, the way the egg exploded on the dashboard.
Perfect.
Like, it's
flawless.
Like, it's not, they don't do that cheesy slow motion. It's just sudden, abrupt. All that effort we put into that previous scene with the long running shot, you don't get that. The egg just explodes. And it's just, like, it was so sudden that it just caught me off guard.
Yeah.
Like, and I was just like, oh my fucking God. That, you know,
yeah.
It's like that complete contrast between like with the care for the egg versus boom it.
No,
that's great.
I completely agree.
But like as some content stuff, like I feel like just personal taste.
Yeah, this is. Like, I'm not gonna pretend this movie's perfect, and like, if it's not your cup of tea, then you're not gonna like it. But like, I don't usually like these kind of comedies. I had a really good time here. So I guess for me, it depends on just how well it's executed. It just kind of goes to show you can make what could be a really shitty script work if you just have good people working on it, and they're not fucking ad-libbing the shit out of it, which I also really appreciate. It's not line-a-rama. There's actually like beginning, middle, end joke. You move on, which again is something you don't really see in a lot of comedies these days. Because like, oh, we got Amy Schumer and Tina Fey in the movie. Let's let them ad-lib forever and not cut a single bit of it.
Which movie is that?
Sisters. I remember liking okay when I first saw it, but that was
I have no idea about this movie. I've never heard of this movie.
It came out this because it came out the same month that Star Wars: The Force Awakens did.
Oh. Okay. That was gonna go well.
Yeah.
Well, no, because that strategy is perfect. It's like, you can either try and watch Star Wars or you can watch this movie of Amy Schumer.
No. Amy Poehler. Sorry, not Amy Schumer.
Oh, it's a completely different Amy.
Yeah, very, very, very different. We'll talk about Amy Schumer in a fucking second.
All right. Well, basically, for the most part, it's a fine B movie.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it.
And I think
he's apparently just in love with the actors. I definitely enjoyed half of them.
I'm not gonna say they're
no, okay. Most of them.
And again, I would agree with that.
The dumb guy was sort of like...
he got a good few laughs out of me.
That's fine. I just felt like he was definitely like the buffoon.
Which again,
like
yeah,
he was like a caricature of a person.
But he was a fun buffoon.
Okay.
It's like these are all caricatures. It's more like just how they're delivered.
That's okay. Well, anyway, it's a fun movie. I guess it's a fun B movie. He liked it. I mostly liked it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is obvious. It's still way better than you thought it was going to be.
It was a lot better than the trailers made it out. The trailers did not give me that movie.
They made me curious because, like, okay, there's a few lines that are making me laugh here. But I think like the actors they focused on the most are the ones that delivered the most, and that's kind of why I'm like willing to forgive some of the lesser parts of the movie. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so like I really had a good time with this, but I understand like that's some caveats in that I fully respect that it's not a perfect movie, but as far as like these kind of comedies go, I had a really good time.
If you're a film student, you should totally watch this movie for that one scene that I'm just like
Tracking shots are coming back.
Yeah, but that shot was done really well.
Yeah.
I really feel like if you're a film student, this is one that you should study.
Tracking shots are making a comeback since Birdman came out.
Also,
and Daredevil.
I really did like Don't Stop Me Now. That's the best way to start that movie.
Oh, that's right. There was that song.
Yeah.
But
the movie starts with a Queen song. The movie ends with a Queen song. I like it.
I also really liked the music in this movie too.
Yeah, the music was really done. The ending sequence,
like very 80s synth. Which I actually really like that. For the first half of the movie, like with Jason Bateman and Gary behind the scenes, like, is this going to become The Gift again?
I was ready, man. I was ready for like the complete 180 to like comedy horror, I guess. No, it's just he's just creepy, and it's not even like he's creepy. There's nothing wrong.
There's something wrong.
He clearly, I don't know, maybe he's got some sort of social disability.
I'm shocked there's not bodies in his basement. I was waiting for that twist. Like, maybe the real Gary has been dead all along. And he's just the person that took over his life. Photoshopped himself in all the pictures. With this evil fucking Dr. Evil dog.
He's got like the
Look what you did to Mr. Bigglesworth.
The Mrs. Doubtfire style mask, but it's just Gary for real. Anyway,
it's like Mad Eye Moody underneath or something.
Yeah. You have anything else to say?
No, I think we move on to trailers.
All right.
So we got only one of these trailers I liked.
Let's just go through them.
The one trailer I liked was Thoroughbred.
Oh. Okay, so that's the one. That's the one that's like they want to kill the stepdad, right?
Yeah, one is a sociopath, and the other one is like just kind of going along with it.
Yeah. So I saw that, and I'm like, wait, they already did this. They had a whole season on Netflix. It's the end of the fucking world.
Except this one, I haven't seen that. To be fair.
It's pretty much the premise of what that trailer was, except,
I mean, like everything's been done before. It's more just how it's done.
Well, I guess, but I mean, I would love to talk to you about End of the Fucking World.
I'll add it to my list.
It's almost a hard watch. I don't know.
I can guarantee I've seen worse. I didn't watch the first Human Centipede.
Ugh.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
but no, I think it looks good.
It doesn't look like shit, but basically,
I want to see it. I don't know.
Yeah. It's like
it's also the last movie with I feel bad for forgetting his name. The guy from Star Trek that died.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is the last movie.
Who is he?
He's the guy that sells him the gun.
Oh. All right.
On that now, moving on.
I don't even remember his name.
I feel really bad now. It's okay. We can bitch about the next few movies.
I Feel Pretty.
That's the Amy Schumer piece of shit.
Okay,
you get it? It's funny because she's fat. Oh, I'm going to pause real quick. I got to clear some memory. We'll be right back talking about Amy Schumer is fat.
All right.
So let's talk about Amy Schumer is fat and ugly.
Okay. Personally, I feel like the whole trailer is just a joke on being body positive at all, and like.
No, I agree.
And it's just like, okay. I'm not like,
This feels like it's 10 years out of date.
I'm like invested because there's like a guy in there that's from Harmon Quest, and I'll support him.
But don't support Amy Schumer. Come on, man. I mean, I have to go see it, but you don't have to. Well, you might. I might drag you to this. I'll pay for it.
You're already making me... Okay.
You volunteered. You set conditions that I agreed to.
That's true. I'm still waiting on a number of subs to add shots to the number of...
you haven't even introduced that. You just told me about it.
No, that was during the last one I recorded. Black
Panther?
Yeah.
I think you're overestimating how many people watch our videos.
I know. That's why I'm trying to up the likes and whatever. Anyway, it's called advertising, man.
I don't think you know how that works.
I don't.
Because I don't. That's not really incentive for them because you're gonna get drunk no matter what.
Yeah, but now it's like anyway, whatever. Yeah, okay, whatever.
I'm not like the entire joke.
If I had a choice, I probably wouldn't watch I Feel Pretty. However, like.
It depends if Matt's in a play or not.
Maybe you'll see me. Moving on.
But, like, no, I want to talk about this trailer for a second, because this is something I found kind of fucking insulting. Is the fact the whole concept, like, this is something that should have come out 10 years ago, and even 10 years ago would have sucked.
Maybe it took 10 years to write the script.
It's all about just how Amy Schumer feels fat and how like everyone else thinks she's fat and ugly and then she knocks her head and suddenly thinks she's skinny and beautiful because apparently you need to be skinny to be beautiful. And then the whole thing is like, oh girl, you are not skinny and beautiful. You're fat and ugly. And that's literally the single joke in the entire fucking trailer. And you know what? In today's modern age, like, fuck you. Like seriously, fuck you. Sorry. Fuck this movie. I'm already pissed off at it. Okay, now we can move on. I just need to get that out there.
Okay. What's the next one?
Book club. This like I Feel Pretty
Granny
was
goes to the disco.
This like I Feel Pretty was the start of a long series of with every new trailer that came on.
Yeah.
Book club was number 2 because of course I got this trailer 50 Shades Freed.
Why did it have to be 50 Shades? Like why couldn't it be like a good like erotica? Not that I know any. Except my fan fictions.
It's like, why couldn't it be Titty Titty Bang Bang? Why not? I mean,
I'm just like, keep the book club. Just change the book.
It's because 50 Shades of Grey won't fucking go away. I mean, granted, at least it's heading towards its book's target audience. Like,
moving on. I don't want to talk about this movie.
Well, we got and then we got Venom.
What's wrong with Venom?
I love the character.
It's
I don't like what they're doing with it.
It's a trailer, and all I know is that he's probably a science experiment.
I know, like, the production behind this has been so fucking messy, and Sony is kind of fucking over Spider-Man fans with it in a greedy attempt to get as much money out of them as it can.
Okay, whatever. Disney will buy them. It'll be fine.
No, not whatever. It's a big fucking deal.
I'm just telling you right now that meme image with Mickey Mouse putting the companies into the Infinity Gauntlet. Yeah, the next one is Sony.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but it's gonna be after the fucking Venom movie comes out, and by then there's no going back because you got that piece of shit that's gonna be drifting around because Sony doesn't know how to make a good Spider-Man movie anymore.
They haven't since 3.
We don't talk about 3. And I like Rated Spider-Man 1 and 2 fine, but they're no Spider-Man 2. That was the last really good one. I mean, I guess you can argue Homecoming, but I kind of put that more in Marvel than Sony. But it's like, hey,
that's a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, like, hey, you know that great character Venom, who's synonymous with the character of Spider-Man, and kind of represents his darker side, and kind of what happens if he goes down the road. Let's give him his own movie. Give him no origin. Don't have Spider-Man in it at all, because we can't do that anymore. And then just shove it out as fast as we can so we can make money off it. And for that matter, let's like make a Mysterio movie and a Black Cat and Silver Surfer movie. These are all confirmed movies, by the way.
Really? Ew, why?
Because Sony's a greedy motherfucker.
No, I mean, like, Silver Surfer maybe.
No, sorry, Silver Sable.
What?
Silver Sable.
That B villain?
Yes, with Black Cat in the same movie.
Okay.
That's an idea. And Kraven the Hunter movie.
Okay, that might be cool.
Yeah. But again, I don't trust Sony because Sony fucks this shit up. And
I would totally watch Kraven the Hunter, especially if it was bad.
Like, there was this great interview with Kevin.
Because he was always a somewhat, like, pretty straightforward here villain.
You can make Kraven interesting. I've seen it done before. It depends on how you play the obsession. I mean, one of the best Spider-Man stories of all time is about Kraven the Hunter.
Okay, you could say that, but Squirrel Girl versus Kraven was the best.
It was pretty damn awesome. You're a big guy that sucks, or whatever that was. Read The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, by the way, if you haven't. It's a great series. Because, again, there was a great interview between the CEO of, like, the main film producer of Sony and Kevin Feige, who does all the Marvel Cinematic Universe stuff, and they were talking about Venom, like, how is it going to tie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and she proceeds to go, like, oh, well, we might be able to tie into the MCU, and, like, Kevin just, like, turns at her, doesn't say anything, but has this look on his face, like, bitch, what? We did not talk about this at all. Sony has no idea what the fuck they're doing, and the more I see this, the more I'm like, they don't. And I like Tom Hardy as Venom. I think he's a good casting choice. I just don't trust the source material. I just don't trust what they're doing.
All right, sure, whatever. I'll
stop saying whatever is coming off as condescending.
I'm just okay.
I know you're tired. I'm
super tired.
That's okay, buddy. So then we got Ocean's.
But I really my opinion of Venom is more neutral than yours. It's
fair enough.
It's on leaning towards no, but it's not. You're down here. I'm just like teetering down. Okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's why I'm very just okay.
Fair enough.
That's your opinion.
Okay. I respect
what's next?
that. Ocean's 8, because this is a movie we fucking
So
need.
it's a reboot?
Yeah, it's a reboot.
Why?
Because Ghostbusters apparently made enough money, and I want to see if they can do with the Ocean series. Yeah. It looks just about as cynical as the Ghostbusters movie did.
I mean, at least call it Ocean's 13.
No, because it's not a sequel, it's a reboot. And there's 8 women this time instead of 8. And how many were in the first one?
There was women in the...
But they're all women, and they're going after Jules, because that's what women do.
Okay, whatever.
But there's like, oh my God, there's Taylor Swift in that concert. Can we just go to this? Which is an actual line in the trailer.
Yeah,
It's like,
and
that's not demeaning at all. You can like Taylor Swift fine, but there's something that seems, I don't know, kind of. Did you get a pandering vibe to this, or is it just me?
no, I mean that's just the kind of character Mindy Kaling is sort of typecasted as.
I could see that too.
She's always just sort of that character.
Yeah, that's fair. That's true.
How you feel about Kevin Hart is how I feel about Mindy Kaling.
That is perfectly understandable. I completely understand that. And then we got Life of the Party.
Oh, that's the mom one.
Oh, Melissa McCarthy. Fuck you. See one of her fucking movies every year. Sorry, I really hate Melissa McCarthy.
I just think like it's sort of weird to like, cause like.
Hey, what if we made...
When I went to college, there were people that went back to college for their degree, and no one invited them to parties. I'm just saying, what universe would you invite your mom to your party?
I feel like the pitch for this movie is like, hey, do you guys remember an extremely goofy movie? Can we make that with Melissa McCarthy?
Can we make it with all girls?
Yeah.
Okay, no, hang on. That came out bad.
Wow, okay, all right. It'd be great if I had the Michael Jackson ripoff in there, too.
Just, sure, whatever. That
Wait,
movie.
You don't remember that movie?
Goofy movie?
Like the extremely goofy movie.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, and not the original, the sequel.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, he ends up with a wife at the end.
That's right.
Yeah, it was... Yeah, then he doesn't have to go back to college anymore because he got something way better.
Good for him. You know what? Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for Goofy.
His son's out of the house and he gets to have participate in the X Games.
Wait.
Yeah, that was the plot of that. You know.
I was gonna say, wait. I forgot that actually happened in that movie.
Yeah.
That was not a euphemism. I legitimately thought you were making a sex joke.
Oh, trust me, there was an XXX game later.
Gosh, I want to participate in your X game. As he falls into the pit. Pun intended.
Oh, she's younger than him.
Some people like silver foxes.
Anyway,
then we got Cock Blockers, which I could give a fuck about that movie.
The first time I saw that trailer, I was like, oh, okay. The third time I saw that trailer, this is the fourth time now.
Yeah.
I wanted to just be like, is there a
skip?
I don't mind like if there was like a progress bar checking how much money audience members are throwing at the skip trailers, I would totally be the sole contributor. I don't care for cockblockers. I mean, even the bit with the anal beer bong, which is not like that's just a waste of alcohol,
right?
Like, hang on, the point of alcohol is to get drunk, and like, you know, I enjoy the taste.
Well, apparently you get drunk faster every time.
That's true, because it just goes straight to your intestines, which is absorbing that stuff, which is fine. But it's just like, dude, that was like Pabst Blue.
Something cheap, you know?
It's piss water. You might as well oh, maybe it is Pabst Blue. That would be the only reason to do that. Okay, yeah.
All right.
Anyway, moving on.
Last trailer, so we can wrap this up. The last trailer show has got Super Troopers 2, which the only joke seems to be, hey, isn't Canada a funky place?
French Canada. No.
The best Canada in the land.
I'm just
Come on, that was a good South Park reference.
Okay. I saw the first Super Troopers and I sort of dozed off exactly it would have been that joke with the meow, that joke. Then that would be the time I would doze off on the Comedy Central.
I never even saw the first one.
And then every time I went back to try and finish the movie, I just couldn't do it, so I'm not really that invested in this one.
I know I'm gonna have to see it, and it's gonna be a bummer.
Just make Grant see it.
What that?
Just make Grant see it.
I might. It's been a while since I've seen a really bad movie.
It's his turn. All right.
All right, so that was the last trailer. So I think we kind of went over our final thoughts for game night. So on Sunday, me and Grant are probably gonna check out Annihilation, and then next week I gotta see Red Sparrow, which is that Jennifer Lawrence movie.
I know what it is.
Which I'm glad is finally out because I'm tired of that fucking trailer.
I mean, they did that already. It was called Alias.
It's called Black Widow.
Or-
And whatever fucking else comes out this week. So, thank you guys for watching. See you on Sunday. Bye.
Bye. Wait, don't we have to watch Sherlock Gnomes soon?
That's not till the end of March.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Bye.